The Spring Thunder gets smaller, while Southern California's Armageddon event gets bigger. And Nerf's N series goes infinite.
I'm Grim.
I'm Vile Mods.
I'm Foam Mando.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport.
We are your hosts. All that and more in episode 34 of the Foam News Collective. Be sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump right into the news. What started out as an image leak of the N-Series Agility quickly turned into a full downpour of information. First seen on Taobao, the Nerf N-Series Agility is a 6-shot revolver akin to a disruptor with a priming lever similar to the blaster seen at the Nerf Action Experience venues. The blaster includes 12 of their brand new darts. These new darts feature a small dimpled head with what appears to be a solid foam body that has a nub akin to Ultra's infamous DRM nubs. While we don't have the exact scale on these darts, they appear to be both wider and slightly shorter than Elite's, but not as short as half-length darts. Extensive images of the Nerf N-Series Sprinter then surface from multiple Instagram users who received them early. Requiring 6 AA batteries, the Sprinter is the N-Series first flywheeler entry. It includes a 16-round magazine with a loading mechanism similar to the unique Ultra Speed magazine, but different enough to rule out cross-compatibility. The Sprinter's features and price point match those with the N-Series Shadowstorm that we leaked in episode 25, suggesting they may be the same blaster that was renamed. We also have a translated description for the Infinite, a belt-fed blaster with a capacity of 40 darts with 40 darts included. Although the translation may not be fully accurate, the description seems to suggest that the blaster has the ability to quickly fire several darts in a row or be fired via a pump action mechanism similar to the Nerf Vulcan AEB. We also have 2 Gear Up pack listings. The sloppy translation seems to indicate a 3-blaster play pack with scopes, stocks, and extra darts. And finally, we also have a listing for the Flex and the Pinpoint with more information. The Flex is a compact single-shot Springer that includes 2 darts, while the Pinpoint is a 10-dart mag-fed bolt-action blaster with 18 darts. To stay up to date with the new Nerf N-Series developments, be sure to check out the Discord, link in the description.
Shell ejection has been popular for years, and now the community has a new, smaller option. The Short Thunder by Printables user Jeff_2055106 is a remix of Liza's Tactical Spring Thunder. This shorter, more compact version has a reduced stock size and overall length with a tube-fed magazine capacity of 3 shells plus 1 in the breech. The new designs are compatible with the original Spring Thunder as well as the Tactical Remix. This will allow creators to mix and match parts for a unique build every time. Files are available on Jeff's printable page, link in the description.
The Colonel Wasp 77, the long-awaited successor to the 76, is finally being released overseas and, surprisingly, with more add-ons than expected. Reddit user Bitter Melon Whiskey showed off some translated listings of the limited edition 77, sporting a few 3D printed cosmetics such as stock adapter, magwell decorations, top carry handle rail, and even a Magpul style mag. Listings on the Taiwanese website shopee.tw show it being around 134 USD with current conversion rates for the pre-sale and 150 USD after release. No confirmations of final costs have been determined from other vendors at the time of this recording. Assuming you can't get enough AEBs in your arsenal, then the upcoming release of the Zius BK1S and BK2S may also interest you. If these look strangely familiar, then you'd be right, as both are updated configurations of the BK1 from over a year ago that had subpar reviews due to a number of jamming issues. Zius made it a mission to fix all the issues by adding a new charging handle to help clear jams, as well as a new control board that detects when a jam has occurred to prevent any additional damage when the blaster is in full auto. Depending on the configuration, these blasters hit 170 to 190 FPS respectively, and can be pre-ordered from Etsy for just under 140 USD, or purchased directly from shopee.tw for around 100 USD. Links to everything will of course be down in the description.
Holster, Lotus System, Universal Magnetic Mount. Midlocks for some time now have found adoption in our hobby for their versatility in mounting equipment and blasters alike magnetically. The downside? Cost and added weight. 3D hobby designer Chance seeks to remedy this with Midlock, a 3D printed blaster mounting platform. Comprised of M3 inserts, screws and filament, Midlock is a budget alternative to getting you most of the overall functionality on a Fidlock platform. While not magnetic, Midlock does seek to still securely hold your blasters and is compatible with gear and blasters that use medium Fidlock mounting points. For a detailed list of hardware, files, and more information about Midlock, check the link in the description.
Hobby parts maker 3D Printed Solid is offering high FPS rival brushless designs that seem to have gone largely unnoticed by a lot of the hobby. We had a chance to catch up with 3D Printed Solid at his booth at Maryland Mayhem, and were blown away by some of his products and experimental setups.
You have your own motors and wheels and stuff that you've been working on to get this going, right?
We have Delrin flywheels, which we make, and they're meant to fit our specific motors. These are much larger and also taller than any of your drone motors. You're able to apply more force and have more strength.
The multiple stages, what numbers did you say you were getting?
Yeah, these are single stage. Again, you're probably just looking around just over 200 something.
Right.
We have a 3-stage, and we went up to the 5-stage. It was shaking quite a bit, but we did 410 on the 5-stage.
I love the stages perpendicular to each other too.
Yeah, so
That's
you
a
want
really
to reduce the time gap, because anytime the ball is not in contact of the wheel, you're losing speed. So when you alternate them, you can decrease that time gap, and basically you're not losing as much speed between the stages.
Right. Awesome. That's so cool.
The Atlanta Blaster Club, formerly Southeast Nerf Club, is holding their second annual club fundraiser, aptly named ABC Fundraiser 2, Too Fun, Too Raising. This year, they're expanding the fundraiser into a 2-day foam stravaganza, starting with the 3v3 Impact Dart League Tournament of Champignon on August 10th, then finishing off with the ABC fundraiser of Raffle Swagitude on August 11th. Both days will run from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., and all proceeds help to grow the club's capabilities while giving back to the community with cash prizes and trophies for the tournament, as well as amazing games and raffle prizes during the fundraiser. Be sure to check the club's Facebook posting links below for more event details.
This year, the long-standing Nerf community in Singapore will celebrate 15 years of foam blasting. To celebrate this momentous occasion, on Saturday, August 17th, they will be putting on an event for all ages 8 and up, showcasing many aspects of our hobby. With a Nerf SG tournament, foam target shooting, hobby booths, and community minigames, this will be an event to be remembered for all involved. Find rules and details and more at the links in the description.
It's official, Armageddon is no longer a one-day event. SoCal's Armageddon 2024 is now taking team registrations for the California Foamsoft Tournament, a Flag Dash 5v5 tournament on July 13th, hosted by King of Games. This event will be hosted at the Huntington Beach Sports Complex with FPS caps starting at 200 for electric blasters and 250 for springers. Rules and field playing size are similar to Maryland Foam Tournament, with some possible tweaks to the field layout. There are only 16 team slots available, so be sure to check the team registration links below to get on the list.
Thanks to a massive burst of community support in the last days of the campaign, the SCRD Kickstarter surpassed every planned stretch goal, including rainbow brains, add-on drop leg panels, as well as both generic neon and pristine white. According to Jesse at Silver Fox Industries, backer rewards are still expected to ship sometime in October of 2024. Spaceman510 found images of the Nerf Fortnite halftone hero on Amazon, revealing an oversized Hammer Prime pistol form factor that doesn't particularly resemble anything currently in the game. Soon after, Nerf Taiwan shared a photo revealing a 6-shot Smart AR behind the oversized faux barreling. General Strife found a listing for the Nerf Wild Venom Pack on Amazon India, featuring a pair of 2-shot Scorpion Springers in red and blue with storage for 4 extra darts. The 1,799 rupee retail price translates to around 21 United States dollars. In an unusual move, DartZone took to Instagram to announce the discontinuation of the Max Tomcat, declaring that only 40 were left in stock via their website, although they currently remain available from Target.com. The Tomcat released in the fall of 2022, but an apparent pricing error on Target's website briefly discounted them to $15 each, moving a huge number of units quickly and possibly shortening the product's life cycle. Meanwhile, the international availability of XShot's Pro Longshot continues to expand, appearing now at Toychamp, a Dutch toy store. The Longshot has previously been spotted in a variety of places around the world, including a reduced power version in a large portion of Europe. Buff Daddy found a patent application for a 6-dart revolver blaster with a charging handle similar to that on the Buzzbee Easyfire rifle, filed by an individual designer from outside the company. This adds to a list of blasters, including the Spinfire, Tornado, and the Aqua Bullet Water Blaster, all designed for Buzzbee by outside designers. Bacon Creations Modular Printable Disc-Based Centering Muzzle, or BCAR, first reported on in episode 31, has been updated with all of its planned configurations, expanding from 18 possible configurations to a whopping 120. The new version, which also includes tweaks to cosmetics and printability, remains free on printables. Check Your Vector has released a 3D printable kit to convert the Adventure Force Ranger to Fire Mega XL. The kit requires shell cutting and only 2 O-rings in addition to 3D printed parts, with files available for free on printables. Also on printables is haphazardly named buffer tube mounted sling point for the Nexus Pro X, Kyle Bernard's internal half-dart BCARs specifically for the Ultra Amp, and a handful of pcars for flywheelers from MeinGonk. From Gemini, we also got a 3D printable version of the Nerf Raider stock modified to fit on buffer tube, and from Chance, a very interesting 0-degree BCAR design shown in game footage to work quite well. But the largest thing to appear on printables is Sillybutt's entire catalog of designs in a mass migration from his current GitHub page, making them easier to find and download. According to Silly, he will be releasing additional designs over the course of the next week, so be sure to keep an eye on his new page.
This episode, my crosshairs are sighted in on Reddit user Methane Juice's TF2 Babyface Blaster mod for the XShot Lock Blaster. Changing this lever action revolver into a shell ejector is one of the coolest things I've seen done to the Lock Blaster, and know exactly what I'll be doing with mine once files are available.
This episode, my community crosshairs are focused on an interview with Team Magic Smoke, winners of the Maryland Foam Tournament, conducted by DartZone's Blaster Chat podcast. In a major and exciting departure from their usual format, the virtual discussion covers a range of topics including strategy, team building, equipment, and much more. Our hobby is lucky to have such a thriving ecosystem of podcast and live stream media covering a wide variety of topics, and it's so nice to see a major brand making a valuable cultural contribution.
My community crosshairs are sighted in on Seths Nerfun. I met Seth at Maryland Mayhem this year, and he was a very nice, friendly young man, as well as a pleasure to play HVZ with and hang out with at the convention. Seth has recently started up a family-friendly YouTube channel of his own, dedicated to his business, running events and parties. It features some really cool gameplay videos, and I think you should check it out. Link in the description.
For this episode, I have my sights dialed in on Shadow of the Moon, Naptown Nerf's Merge Master's entry. A spectacular combination of a half-dart strife merged into a 95 crossbow with a gorgeous metallic paint job harkening back to the original look of the 95 crossbow. I could gush about this one for ages, but if you really want to know more, go check out Naptown's showcase of it. Well done.
And that's it for the news. As always, a huge thank you to all our contributors, Ko-Fi subscribers, and to our Discord moderators. Be sure to check out this week's podcast episode where we'll be talking with Mr. Nathan about Merge Masters 2024 and answering questions from our Ko-Fi supporters. We have a merch page if you'd like to support us and sport some FNC gear, or think about signing up for the Ko-Fi to get perks like asking our podcast guests questions. Do all the YouTube things, like the video, sub to the channel, and be sure to let us know how we're doing down in the comments. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Meanwhile,
I met Seth at Maryland's Mayhem. No.
This year, they're expanding the fundraiser into a 2-day foam strand. I messed it all up. You know what? If I got it wrong, sue me. You know what I mean? If I got it wrong, honestly, get out with your goofy mushrooms. I don't even care.
Is a remix of Liza's tactical.
Midlocks for some time now have found adoption in our hobby for their versatility and versatility. Midlocks for some time have found adoption. The cost? No. Comprised of M3 inserts, while not magnetic. While not magnetic, Midlock does seek to securely hold your blasters as does seek to still securely hold your blasters and is compatible with gear and blasters that use the Midlock Fidlock mounting at the links in the description. Let's go. First try.
Whatever, Gritty. You know it was a good take.